You're wearing all black. Black is slimming.
Black is very slimming, yeah.
That's why metalheads wear black.
That's true. That's true.
Because we tend to be a little bit on the husky side in general.
That's true.
Welcome to another episode from Takedowns to Breakdowns with A&P, and today we're here to talk about PTSD and death metal. So there's a study out there.
Damn, was not expecting that
No?
topic. No.
So anyways, there's a study out there. I don't know who paid for the study or who did the study, but somebody did a study. And apparently metal and jazz are the two genres of music that are better for PTSD. And apparently within metal, death metal is the one that wins. Apparently listening to death metal is good for you.
It's good for you to, like...
Get your aggression out.
Overcome your PTSD?
No, to help you deal with PTSD.
Yeah, like to deal with the... Like to overcome...
Not overcome it, but just
deal
manage
with
it.
Oh, manage the PTSD that you have.
So you get to scream it out and headbang and get all
I get jazz. I feel like jazz is very, like...
Super mellow.
Super mellow. I think any music that can fall into the same mellow, chill vibe that jazz gives you should be there. But death metal?
I can see death metal.
I can't, dude. I feel like I feel like a lot of people who have PTSD. I think the majority. I don't think I'm out of line here. And the majority of them.
No pun intended.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, didn't even mean that.
Okay.
But I feel like they're mostly veterans. I think it's safe to say, right?
Okay, but there's other people who.
There are other people, but I think the majority is probably veterans.
Probably. But it's anybody who's gone through some trauma.
Of course.
If you work in an ER, if you're something
true.
like that, or if you saw one of your coworkers
I think when people,
die in front of you.
I think when people...
people go through traumatic experiences.
But I also think when people think of PTSD...
They probably think veterans.
I feel like veterans is the first one you come to mind with. So I feel like death metal, and also I think that triggers PTSD is mostly death. Like seeing death and shit like that. But I feel like death metal... Like I think the genre that has...
They did a study, dude.
They did the study. I don't know who did this study, and I don't know who they brought in for said study.
Doesn't matter. They did.
Whatever
they are.
That one is kind of like mind-boggling because I feel like the genre has its... Of course, it helps you get that energy out.
That's what I was just gonna say. There's no better genre to get all of the shit that's bottling up on the inside, all the shit that's bothering you, all the shit that's festering, all the shit that's like creating triggers within you. Get all of that out by listening to death metal. You scream, you yell, you headbang, you just
I know, but also lyric-wise, a lot of death metal lyrics are like...
I don't think people that went through this study were given the lyrics to the songs. And plus, when they're listening to said songs... Are they really pinpointing all the details within the lyrics? I don't think they are. Let's face the facts. I mean, they're listening to it and they're just going along with the heaviness and the grunting and the vocals and the pig squeals and all that shit.
Yeah, and I think...
They're not like, oh, in this Cannibal Corpse song, he says, die this blah, 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 blah. No, nobody's doing...
I ripped her guts out. Oh my god, I remember that one. Like...
No, that would trigger even...
That would trigger.
I don't think that's how the study went. The study was like, oh, here's the lyrics, this is the song. No, just
I
listen to the song and let
the
aggression out. That's all it is to it. Which, if you think about it, it makes sense. I'm a little surprised that death metal is the one, to be honest with you. I thought maybe prog.
I just thought it would be under the umbrella term of metal.
No. Metal in general is good for people who suffer from... It helps them deal with it.
But death metal is
according to the study, death metal is the pinnacle.
Damn. That's... I don't know, man. I think it's just because, like, I'm not the hugest death metal fan.
Oh, you also don't have PTSD. Maybe if you did, then you would be a bigger fan.
Shit.
Maybe that's the avenue we need to go down.
I need PTSD to enjoy death metal more.
So there's another thing for us to find out at the Cannibal Corpse show. Not only Cannibal Corpse sucks change my mind, but also you can ask if people have PTSD.
That's my first question. For everybody, I'm going to have the sign around my neck that says, Cannibal Corpse sucks, change my mind. But my first question will never be, it's just going to be, so, do you have PTSD? That's my first question. Everyone will get that same question.
I don't know if Cannibal Corpse would be a great band because of the lyrical content for people with PTSD. But, now that I think of what death metal band would have great lyrics for people with PTSD, I honestly can't think of one.
I'm
Kettle decapitation.
I'm thinking
is
about
not-
different parts of death metal, like technical death metal.
No, but I think they were talking about like
Death metal in general, yeah.
Your run of the mill.
I could see some
death metal.
I could see some PTSD people. Like,
I think if you listen to Insomnia more, like melodic death metal is a different story. They're not talking about melodic death metal.
No,
They're
I
talking
was
about
thinking,
just death metal.
I was thinking like Beyond Creation, like that stuff. I think that also falls into very intricate, like prog type stuff that I feel like
more technical stuff.
more technical stuff.
But they're not talking about the technical stuff because
They're just talking about
people
the
with
aggression.
people with PTSD, they don't want to sit down and break down the technical aspects of the death
I
metal.
feel like they don't care.
Yeah, like I mean, they have bigger fish to fry, literally.
Yeah.
So they just want something that's aggressive, I guess. It just gets your brain maybe to trigger something else, or it allows you to zone out a part of your brain
Or
and concentrate
it's
on
just
the
more-
aggression that's in front of you.
I think it's also just more of you're able to it gives you the a lot of people who are suffering from PTSD most likely have those bottled up anger emotions, whatever emotions on the inside,
and they don't know how to bring it outside.
and they don't know how to bring it outside exactly
in a healthy way.
in a healthy way. And I feel like death metal is one of those metal in general, but death metal is one of those genres that anger is something that you can really put into something that's not dangerous to other people.
Turn something aggressive into something positive.
Exactly.
I think if you're going to an obituary show, or Cannibal Corpse, like we said, or cattle decapitation, I mean, suffocation, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
So if you go to one of those shows, and you have a complete breakdown, and I don't mean a breakdown in the musical sense, and I don't even need I don't mean a breakdown from, like, you breaking down, but you just, like, okay, you know what, I'm just fucking letting it all out, I'm letting go. And you scream in the middle of the pit for 5 minutes straight. I'm talking about, like, screaming, like, holding onto your hair if you have some, like, just, like, complete, like...
No one's gonna look at you different.
No, nobody's gonna care. It's like, oh, fuck, this dude is really
These guys
enjoying
really
it.
into this song.
Holy shit, man. This guy's really into it. Then everybody's gonna be like,
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
Like,
this guy
they're
knows
gonna
what's
hype him
up.
up. They're gonna hype him up.
No, but then he's gonna feel good because he's not gonna feel judged.
No, everyone, like I said,
No,
everyone's
he's
gonna
not
hype him up.
And he's not gonna feel judged by the people
Exactly.
around him. He's gonna feel welcome into that
If
environment.
anything, yeah.
So that at that moment, it's a release point. It's like
I
when you're
think
cooking with a pressure cooker. When the pressure cooker, when the heat inside reaches a certain point, the pressure cooker starts to, like, whistle because the steam is coming out, right? It's a little bit like that. And I think you, as the person in that moment, you don't feel judged. You feel release, and you feel good. Like, you just got that out of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just want to scream into the void because you don't want people hearing you scream because then they're going to judge you on why are you screaming. That music, that environment, it's the perfect place for you to get all of that out
Yeah,
of
because
you.
even if you, like, screaming in your basement, yeah, no one's around you to hear you, but then you don't get that feedback from other people live. Live, if you do that...
But if you're listening to some death metal in the basement and you're screaming, I think you're still okay. It's good. It's okay.
I think you're still okay.
It's a starting point.
But I also think that when you're at a concert, the people around you will actually make you feel even better.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's true. That's that quid pro quo.
I'm a big... I've always been... I'm a big people person. I enjoy meeting people. I enjoy talking to people. I think human interaction...
Is very important.
Is very important. Communication is very important. I just love talking to people. And it makes me feel better. You know, like... Talking to someone new, just hearing about their day, hearing about, like, getting to know that person. It doesn't matter if I'm never going to see them in my life again. It always makes me feel better.
I also like to talk to people, and it makes me feel good, especially when I talk to people who are having worse moments in life than I am, or have really shitty lives in general, and then I realize that mine is not that shitty. So their despair and their sorrow uplifts me. Like, you know?
Damn. I was going to say...
It's just what it is.
I was going to say, like, whenever I see
somebody's having a shittier day than me.
I always try using comedy and stuff. Like, I like making people laugh. And I had a person at a bookstore. She works at the bookstore at my school. She used to, I don't know. But she always looked depressed. Like, really depressed. I mean, obviously, you work at a bookstore in a college.
The only thing worse than that is working at the Disney store.
Exactly. And I'd come in, crack a joke here and there, and then I'd leave. And I'd do that from time to time. I'd go pick up a drink, whatever the hell, in there. And over time, I saw that, like, she didn't look depressed anymore. And when I'd walk in, her eyes would, like, you know, oh,
maybe
hey,
she was depressed, but when she saw you, she felt a little bit better.
Because someone to talk to. And that's what I'm saying, that human interact. Because no one talks to her behind the desk. It's more of like, hey, I'm buying this. Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Not even a thank you.
I get it.
So it's that human interaction. A lot of people need that interaction because I feel like it uplifts them. And it not only that, it makes them feel special.
Yeah, so I don't disagree.
I think what this video shall teach you all is go out there and make someone feel special. You know, even if it's just a random person,
That is
talk
true.
to someone random, and you may make a new friend.
And don't do something just so you can post online that you did.
Exactly.
Just do it because you really want to
Exactly.
do it. Like, don't be one of those douchebags that has to, needs a virtual pat in the back for everything nice that you do. Because if you need that pat in the back, then you're not as nice of a person as you think you are, or that you're claiming to be.
Exactly. I mean, I'm not a big. I go to school obviously, and I do my college and stuff, but I'm not a big person when it comes to that. I don't get excited for school. But one of my things, I went into an English class, and her thing was she gave us a assignment throughout the entire semester, and the assignment was talk to 4 new people, like random people in the college, and then write something about those people with their permission at least, right? And then it just shows the human interaction and stuff. And that's what she wanted to teach us, because obviously we're all new to the school, and she wants to help branch us off into different groups, well, into different friendships and stuff. I honestly enjoyed that experiment. Like, that's a good experiment to teach, I guess, kids, you could say, right?
Young adults.
So I think what everyone should learn from this video is do that.
Just be a good person.
Be a good person.
Now, before we go on this video, I figured that we need something that's a little bit uplifting here. I feel like this story is as uplifting as they come. 𝗙𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢 is warning their fans to not be fooled by people claiming that they're in the band when they're not.
Okay.
Basically, people like me.
Okay, yeah.
Because I've been telling everybody that I'm the lead singer of 𝗙𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢.
I'm actually the guitar player.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know that. It's the first time that
I wear a corset.
We don't know each other because everybody...
Yeah. I wear a corset because, I have to hide this. Make myself look a little better on stage.
Plus, you're wearing all black. Black is slimming.
Black is very slimming, yeah.
That's why metalheads wear black.
That's true. That's true.
Because we tend to be a little bit on the husky side in general.
That's true.
Especially the death metal ones.
I think
the fans of death metal tend to be a little bit more on the husky side. The black metal is a little bit more on the skinny side.
I think bands need to start making black shirts that are tight around the arms and like loose around the stomach. That helps hide.
Just cut the sleeves.
No, because when the sleeves are a little bit tighter and it's just like a big T-shirt, you look good. Like, it can, especially if it's black, it's very slimming, and it makes your arms look big.
All right, Tony Copper. Anyhow, so 𝗙𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢. Yeah, so they're worried about people claiming to be them. There's an easy solution for that. Don't wear a fucking mask when you're performing. Then everybody knows who you are.
I was gonna say, well, why? I don't know why they're complaining. Like,
no, because people are being swindled by people claiming to be 𝗙𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢 when they're not 𝗙𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
mask. I feel like the mask is their whole thing, right? That's their shtick.
That's their shtick.
I feel like if they don't wear the mask anymore, they're not going to be as popular.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't even
like.
I can't even believe how popular they are.
If Ghost if they weren't wearing the makeup and the
people
mask,
seen Sleep Token seriously.
If Ghosts weren't wearing the makeup and the masks and all that shit, and they look like Joe Schmo, they wouldn't be. The music would still be good, but they wouldn't be what they are.
I know, it's like Alex Terrible in the Bears. If he wasn't fighting
it's like
bears,
him in his mask,
or fighting bears,
Have you
seen the latest video of him fighting another bear?
Really?
Yeah, he posted another video of him fighting a bear, and it's not the kind of bear that I would like to fight for supremacy, like a real bear.
Why was it like a? What type of bear was it?
A real bear.
Yeah, of course.
Not Church Street kind of bear.
Okay, but it was like a brown bear or like.
Yeah, it was a brown bear. It was a big one, but I think it's a trained one. I don't think he's walking around in the woods like looking for a bear to pick a fight with.
He's Russian.
I know, man, but come on. This one didn't put up much of a fight. It was like Yogi Bear. Come on. If he was a real bear,
like
if it was a real bear,
trying to fuck you up. He looks like Kuma from Street Fighter.
Goddamn. Like, when was the last time a human fought a bear and won? Like, it doesn't happen.
Have you played Street Fighter?
Like in real life. I'm not talking about like this fake bullshit.
Have you played Street Fighter, man?
I don't know.
I'd be beating the bear.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways,
Actually,
I think Alex Terrible can totally fight a bear and win, but it's the kind of bears that I was talking about earlier.
They're trained. Yeah.
No, bear. Not trained. I'm talking about the bears, the bear community.
Oh,
one of those. I'm sure
Bernstein bears. Yeah.
I don't know if he would fight those because we all know how he feels about those.
That's very true.
So maybe him fighting a bear is a euphemism for his dislike of the other bears. Have you ever thought about that?
He's
Fuck, man. We're getting very deep into this.
He's very
He's very subtle.
subtle, yeah.
And not so
with
much
his hate.
Not so much. According to some of his posts on Instagram,
That's
he
true.
wasn't subtle at all. But anyhow, just think about that and let that sit in for a minute.
Exactly.
So on that note, we will be back next week. I don't know what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be heading to Prog Power this week. So maybe we'll bring some news from Prog Power.
Yeah, well,
Maybe some clips, some taste for you guys to see how Prog Power was. Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. All right. On that note, guys, we'll see you all next week.
See ya.